Hi guys, and happy Saturday. Today is June 12th, and I'm going to try to get this video in before the rainstorms hit here in Chicago. We have some really scary looking clouds out there, and I didn't get a chance to do this morning. We were busy doing other things, so I thought, let me get this in real quick. So let me see if I can make this closer. These are the cards that I have made for Father's Day, for my dad and for my husband. So these are what I'm going to show you today. They are using the hats offset. Let me bring it out now a little bit. I'm still playing with this new phone and everything. All right, so it's the hats offset that also has the matching dies. And look at all those little hats. They're in there. I'm going to leave these out because we're going to be using these on this card. So let me just get a lot of those out. Okay, so there we go. And I did most of these in the neutrals and the rich regals. So they have more of a masculine look to them. So we're going to be using a regular card base. This is the cinnamon cider. Oops. These are going to my dad as a joke. He likes going to Culver's and getting the kids' meal. Him and my mom both. And so they save these up to get their free ice cream and their free meal. So that's the joke behind that. So, and I didn't have a good Father's Day greeting, so I used this one from the retired set of Geared Up Garage. So we're going to show you really quick how to make this. Like I said, the card base is cinnamon cider, and that is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And then these are a bunch of the neutrals. This is crumb cake. And then we have, let me see, is this Cajun Craze? Blackberry Bliss, Rich Razzleberry. I think that's the Midnight. No, I don't know. They're all the regals and the neutrals, except for the cinnamon cider, which is a 2020 through 2022 in color. Okay, so enough of that. So, and here's all my little fun things. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is, let me go ahead and get another piece of crumb cake. Maybe I'll use this one. Yeah, I can use this one. All right, so we're going to get the crumb cake out. We're going to make this that first layer size. So that's going to be 4 by 5 1/4. Let me put it here so you can see it. So 4 by 5 1/4. All right. So that's going to be what I'm putting the hats on. So what I'm going to do here, what I like doing for the hats is I like using the mini glue dots. So, and I haven't prepped this one. You know, sometimes I'll cut the slit and then the glue dots will get pulled out so that they're on the top. Haven't done that yet. So let me go ahead and get in there. Sorry, let me go ahead and get in there till I feel the first glue dot, and there it is. All right, so then what I do is I rip off this tab. That way there's nothing to get the glue dot stuck on. And as you pull this through, see how I ripped that tab off. So as you pull this through, see how those glue dots come out, and they don't stick to your lid because your lid's not a tight fit. All right, so let's go ahead, and there's the first glue dot. And I'm going to do my greens in 3s. I'm wondering if I should stand up to make sure I'm still in frame. All right. So, yeah, I'm still in frame. Good. All right. So, let me put that up here. Are these all the same greens? Trying to see if I have oh, there's the darker green. So, there's the next glue dot. Got to press it a little bit. So, there's that triangle. Now I'm going to go more with the, you know, and I'm going to rip that off. That's that long piece that started. Okay, so then now we're going to do these burgundies. I'm going to do one straight. Here's the rich raspberry, which is kind of still in that wine color look. I'm going to put that over here. I'm going to bring this one off the edge. So we'll trim that off after a little bit. And then I'm going to do Cajun Craze. Now, on the cards I made earlier, and there's the triangle like that. My blue, I ended up hiding. Here, let me see. You won't be able to really see it. But my blue, my navy, Night of Navy, I think it is, I ended up hiding under the hat. So I'm going to keep, them away from that. So that way we actually don't have any of our little hats covered. Oh, and be careful. Just like that, you can rip it. So guess what? The part that I ripped, I'm going to have that off here. That way I can cut it down. All right, so now the more neutral colors. Here. And then one more. Do we have another neutral? You know what? I'm going to do this blue. How about that? All right. Going to put a gray down here. And now I'm just going to fill in the spaces. I'm not going to be going in my threes anymore because now I'm just going to fill in the spaces. Do another Cajun Craze here. No, let's do it here. I'm going to put, see, this is the worst part of me doing this because I'm not really sure what I want where. Oh, and that one I didn't get the glue dot off. All right, so let's go here. And then I'm going to do just one over here. Let's make it the real dark blue because we don't have a real dark blue anywhere. All right. Kind of notice that when I stand up, I can't see as well. And you know what? I think I'm going to move this one over just a smidgen. Put this one there. And I'm just going to put a gray at the very bottom. And that one will get cut off. Okay, so we're going to leave it like that. Come in then with your snips. And again, I've rearranged the room recently, so I have to remember which drawer my snips are in. There they are. All right, so let's go ahead. We'll move all of those hats off to the side for now. And let's cut that down. A little snip there. Let's go ahead and snip there, snip there, snip there, snip there, and snip there. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Now I know you're saying, but the glue dots really don't hold down the items well. We're going to run this through our Stampin' Cut Emboss machine, and that's going to embed it in there. We're going to be using an embossing folder with that. And let's see. I think I'm going to use, even though this may not look really great, I'm going to use the macrame just to see how that is. Now this is a 3D one, so when we get out our Stampin' Cut Emboss machine, we're going to be using the plate 1 and the gray plate for embossing. All right, so let me bring my machine over because this folder is too big for the baby that's always on my desk. So we'll bring over the mama. Always put your fold through first. Have the Stampin' Up! Come out last. You don't want to do it the other way because you could snap your folder and break it. And that really stinks. All right, so let's go ahead. We'll roll it through. I took out the plate 2 because with these 3D ones, if you have that plate 2 in, it won't go through. Don't force it through. There can be a little resistance. You don't want it not to move at all. So let's go ahead. Oh my gosh, and look at that. Look how cute and adorable. I am going to probably put a little bit of a glue dot there just to keep that one together. But there's that. Okay, let's get this out of the way then. Oh, no, we're going to leave it out instead of bringing out the baby so we can cut our hat. Again, so these are the dies. So we're going to use this hat. And I think this time I want to do it. Let me see. I think I want to do the hat this time in oh my goodness, such a hard choice. I am going to do it in the Misty Moonlight. So let me see. I have some left of my assortment pack. I'm having to open up a brand new one. So I'm going to go ahead and then just cut this off a little so it'll go through okay. It's about 3 inches wide, that die. So we'll go ahead, go like this. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm also, I think, going to do a yellow so it goes underneath. Let me get my 2 plates. So your sandwich is plate 1, plate 2, and then 2 3s. Let me put my well-loved 3 down first. All right. I'm doing this backwards. I'm using my left hand. Sorry for the camera movement. So we have that. It is such a fun die. See that? And I think I want to put a little bit of a yellow underneath there. See, I don't know if you can see here. Let me bring it up. But on this one, I kind of did a 2 layer, so you kind of get that second color underneath there. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut it through again. Let me put these in my scraps. And I think I'm going to try to do Bumblebee. Just for a little bit of a yellow underneath there. So let me go ahead and cut off a 3-inch strip of Bumblebee. I'm doing this off camera because you all know how to cut paper. You know how to cut cardstock. I know you do. I've seen you do it. All right. So here we go. 1, 2, the first 3 and the second 3. I'm going to put this all over here to the side. That way I can get finished with this. Get out my cinnamon cider for my base. We'll cut that too. Oh, you should see my side table, people. It is such a mess. Welcome to my life. And my craft room, which is my office 5 days out of the week. All right, let's go ahead. I could score this, but I'm going to be lazy and just mix it up here like this. Okay, so we're going to go ahead, put down the glue. One of these is almost empty. I need to remember to replace it with a new one. Remember, I like using the glue and not the stamp and seal when it's embossed because it gets into all those little crevices. So let's go ahead, go down there. Now before I glue this down, I'm going to see both ways, see which way I like better. Do I want to do that? Or do I want to do this? I think I'm going to do it that way. Yep, that looks good. Tilt it a little bit. Last thing I'm going to do, you have all of these wonderful dies that you can put the like little logos or whatever on your stamp set. Now I don't even know where I put my stamp set. Here it is. You have all these different ones that can go for the logos. I'm just going to, instead of putting a logo, I'm going to put my words right on there. So this says, to the guy that wears so many hats. I'm going to line it up on my grid paper down so it's straight. And then I'm going to line this up with one of these lines. Bring over my memento. Stamp right across where that would be. Bring out my glue again. And especially when you're layering these, it's good to use the glue so you can move it around a little bit. Go. And you know what? I think I'm going to pop this up. Pop this up with dimensionals. Get my take your pick tool with the pokey end to get off those backings. And I just lightly touched to make sure I got them all. That one didn't come up. That's why I usually run a black Sharpie across it. Let me show you on one of these. I'll run a black Sharpie across it, or I'll stain it. That way I can see when I use my take a pick tool if I got the backings off. And there you are. Then you'd go ahead and stamp your inside gridding, and you are done. Let me go ahead. Let me see if I can get it again. So there you are. Look at that. Look how fun that is with all that texture. All right, guys. Thanks a lot. And have a great weekend. Stay safe out there.